So please be attentive to the translation of the bhajan we just sang. Number 1, more sweet than all the sweet things, more auspicious than all other auspicious things, the greatest purifier of all purifying things, the holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. The entire universe, from exalted Brahma down to the lowly clump of grass, is a product of the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. The only thing that is reality, again I say reality, the holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. That person is a true preceptor or a true father, a true mother, a true friend, also only if they teach one to always remember the holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. There is no certainty when the last breath will come. Point to be noted very carefully. There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put an abrupt halt to all one's material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from very childhood the holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. Lord Hari eternally dwells in that place where truly exalted, spiritually advanced souls sing in the mood of pure devotion. So the holy name has to be sung with pure devotion. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. Aho, what a sorrow! What a great sorrow! More painful than any other misery in the world. Mistaking it is a mere piece of glass. The people have forgotten this jewel. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. It should be heard again and again with one's ears. It should be uttered over and over with one's voice. It should be perpetually sung and sung anew. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. It makes the entire universe seem insignificant as a blade of grass. It reigns supreme over all in a splendorous manner. It is full of eternally conscious divine ecstasy. It is supremely pure. The holy name of Shri Hari alone is everything. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, I would like to welcome you all for our today's Śrimad Bhāgavatam class. We are reading from Canto 3, entitled The Status Quo, chapter number 33, the entitled Activities of Kapila, text number 6. Yanamadhya Sharvananu Kirtanat Yad Prabhavanad Yad Smaranat Api Kavachet Svado Api Sadhya Savanaya Kalpate Kuta Punaste Bhagavanu Darshanat Yanamadhya Shravananu Kirtanat Yad Prahavanad Yad Smaranat Api Kavachet Svado Api Sadhya Svanaya Kalpate Kuta Punaste Bhagavanu Darshanat. Please. Yannamadhya Shrananu Kirtana Yad Prahavanadya Smanad Api Kavache. Please everybody chant. Sadosi Sadhya Svanaya Kalpate Kutaha Punaste Bhagavanu Darshanat
Yannamadhya Sarvaranu Kirtayanat
Yannamadheya Shvarananukirtanat
Yat pravanad yat smaranad api kvachit
Yatra Bhagavanadyat Samaranat Api Kavachit
Svadopi sadhya savanaya kalpate
Svadopi Satya Svanaya Kalpate
Yatha punaste bhagavan darshanat
Pata Punaste Bhagavan Darshanat Mataji's Yannamadhiya Shvarananukirtanat
Yat pravanad yat smaranad api kvachit
Svadopi Satya Svanaya Kalpate Pata Punaste Bhagavan Darshanat. What the word meaning? Yat,
Yat
of whom? The Supreme Personality of Godhead.
personality of God
Namadheya, the name. Shravana, hearing. Anukirtanat, by chanting.
by chanting
Yat, to whom? Prahavanat, by offering obeisances. Yat, whom? Smaranat, by remembering. Api, even. Kavachit, at any time. Svadaha, a dog eater.
dog eater
Api, even. Sadhyaha, immediately. Svanaya, for performing Vedic sacrifices.
for performing Vedic sacrifice
Kalpate, becomes eligible.
becomes eligible
Kutaha, what to speak of.
to speak of
Punaha, again.
again
Te, you. Bhagavan, our Supreme Personality of Godhead.
the Supreme Personality of God.
Nu, then. Darshanat, by seeing face to face. Translation and purport. Ki Jai. Translation. To say nothing of the spiritual advancement of persons who see the Supreme Person face to face. Even a person born in a family of dog eaters immediately becomes eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices if he once utters the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead or chants about him, hears about his pastimes, offers him obeisances, or even remembers him. Purport. Herein, the spiritual potency of chanting, hearing, and remembering the holy name of the Supreme Lord is greatly stressed. Rupa Goswami has discussed a sequence of sinful activities of the conditioned soul, and he has established in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that those who engage in devotional service become freed from the reaction of all sinful activities. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. The Lord says that he takes charge of one who surrenders into him, and he makes him immune to all reactions to sinful activities. If by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead one becomes so swiftly cleared of all reactions to sinful activities, then what is to be said of those persons who see him face to face? Another consideration here is that persons who are purified by the process of chanting and hearing become immediately eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices. Generally, only a person who is born in a family of a Brahmana, who has been reformed by the 10 kinds of purificatory processes and who is learned in Vedic literature, is allowed to perform the Vedic sacrifices. But here the word sadhya immediately is used, and Sridhar Swami also remarks that one can immediately become eligible to perform Vedic sacrifices. A person born in a family of the low caste which is accustomed to eat dogs is so positioned due to his past sinful activities. But by chanting and hearing once in pureness or in an offenseless manner, he is immediately relieved of the sinful reaction. Not only is he relieved of the sinful reaction, but he immediately achieves the result of all purificatory processes. Taking birth in the family of a Brahmana is certainly due to pious activities in one's past life, but still a child who is born in a family of a Brahmana depends for his further reformation upon initiation into acceptance of a sacred thread and many other reformatory processes. But a person who chants the holy name of the Lord, even if born in a family of Chandalas, dog-eaters, does not need reformation. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, he immediately becomes purified and becomes as good as the most learned Brahma. Sridhar Swami especially remarks in this connection, Anena pujyatvam lakshate. Some caste brahmanas remarks that by chanting Hare Krishna, purification begins. Of course, that depends on the individual process of chanting, but this remarks of Sridhar Swami is completely applicable if one chants the holy name of the Lord without offenses, for he immediately becomes more than a Brahmana. As Sridhar Swami Pujyatam, he immediately becomes as respectable as most learned Brahmana and can be allowed to perform Vedic sacrifices. If simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord one becomes sanctified instantly, then what can be said of those persons who see the Supreme Lord face to face and who understand the descent of the Lord as a Devamurti understands Kapiladev? Usually, initiation depends on the bona fide spiritual master who directs the disciple. If he sees that the disciple has become competent and purified by the process of chanting, he offers a sacred thread to the disciple just so that he will be recognized as 100% equal with the Brahmana. This is also confirmed in the Hari Bhakti Vilas by Sri Sanatana Goswami as a base metal like bell metal can be changed by gold by a chemical process. Any person can similarly be changed into a Brahmana by Diksha Vidhana, which means the initiation process. It is sometimes remarked that by the chanting process one begins to purify himself, can take birth in his next life in a Brahmana family and then be reformed. But at the present moment, even those who are born in the best Brahmana families are not reformed, nor is there any certainty that they are actually born of Brahmana's father. Formerly, the Garbhadhana reformatory system was prevalent, but at the present moment, there is no such Garbhadhana or seed giving ceremony. Under these circumstances, no one knows if a man is factually born of a Brahmana father. Whether one has acquired the qualification of a Brahmana depends on the judgment of the bona fide spiritual master. He bestows upon the disciple the position of a Brahmana by his own judgment. When one is accepted as a Brahmana in the sacred thread ceremony under the Pancharatrika system, then he is Dvija, twice born. That is confirmed by Sanatana Goswami, Dvijatvam Jayate. By the processes of initiation by the spiritual master, a person is accepted as a Brahmana in his purified state of chanting the holy name of the Lord. He then makes further progress to become a qualified Vaishnava, which means that the Brahminical qualification is already acquired. Om Jnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swaha Padantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishvanamsute Devi Pramamami Hari Priye Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Prashati Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasa Sadi Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay, so
quite funny. So we are about to finish Canto 3. This is the last chapter, one of the longest pastime to give instruction to the conditioned soul. If you hear, because we are listening to this pastime of Mother Devhuti and his very beloved son, Lord Kapiladev, so many things unfold, many questions being asked, many questions been answered, many problems will addressed, and their solutions was given. Solutions was given. And after completing, just in a few verses ahead, we will see Lord Kapila Dev, he will be going to depart, he is going to leave, because his job was finished. The purpose he was staying at home to enlighten his mother, that is going to be complete very soon. And now Mother Devahuti, from the beginning of this chapter, which is the activities of Kapila, she is now glorifying her son, who is none other than the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, because previously she asked so many questions from all the angles, and Lord Kapila Dev, he was addressing why it is happening and what is the solution. So it is very, very important, if you are going to preach or you are practicing in your spiritual life, if you address some problems, so make sure you must have the solution to give to the audience or to yourself or to whomever you are preaching. But if you are keep addressing only the problems, you will put the person into anxiety. So if you are addressing something, so make sure, of course, addressing those problems means you are enlightening the person that you are not conscious what you are doing. Whatever your activity you are doing, it will lead you to the problems. So it is very nice that you are addressing those problems, those activities, but simultaneously you must give the solution. So Mother Devahuti, after hearing everything in and out completely, which is Sankhya Yoga, Sankhya means analyzing what is matter and what is spirit. Sankhya means to analyze. So very detailed, our Lord Kapila Dev, he went into it and he gave a very profound teaching. Yeah? And with that teaching, he was also giving the solution. So one of the solution is here to all the miseries, to all the problem is what? To chant the holy name of the Lord. Yeah? To remember his pastime and to remember him also. It says, same in the canto 2 or canto 1, it was saying, Tasmat Sarvatma Bharata Bhagwan Ishvaro Hari Shrotavya Kirtavescha Samratasvya Ichchitabhya. That means, if you want to get rid of all the miseries and you want to attain all the happiness, so what you should do? You hear about the Lord. You do kirtan about the Lord, or just like including, giving Śrimad Bhāgavatam classes, Bhagavad Gita classes, or chant your japa, or go for Harinam Sankirtan. And Samratasvya. Samrat means to remember him. That is the only solution to all the problems. Because it is so transcendental, that you don't even know how you are changing internally. Because it's an internal process. Externally we are changing. Have you noticed ourselves changing? Since our birth, we can see how body is growing, okay, how our, hairs are changing, black to gray, or with so many hairs to no hairs. Teeth are there, they are not there anymore. So many things are dresses which we used to wear as a short, pants, t-shirts, but not anymore. Now we have grown up as an adult. So this body is changing. But we have to be internally changed. For that internal change, the process of hearing, remembering and chanting is there. Ram Rai Prabhu, every kirtan, every night, when he finishes with this very beautiful shloka of Canto 12. What is that? Which he always chant on harmonium. Kalere dosha nidhe radhan asti hai eko mahan guna kirtanad eva krishnasya mukta sangha param vijet. This whole material world, not only this planet or this universe, they are unlimited, countless universes floating in the air. Everywhere is full of misery, hypocrisy, quarrel. People are not getting along with each other. So many things are going on. But it's only one good solution. Kirtanat eva Krishnasya. First of all, it is Kirtanat, which is chanting the holy name, or eva means only Krishnasya. Kirtan, only about Lord Krishna. There is no other demigods or any other personalities been mentioned there. Kirtan eva means only. Kalau nasteva, eva nasteva, eva nasteva, eva gatiranyatha. So Kirtana eva Krishnasya mukta sangha. It will give you mukti, it will liberate you from your all material pangs of this material world. And what it will do? It will bring you on the platform of Brahman realization, means complete pure happiness, which we always are hankering as a soul. It is by nature, anandamayo abhyasa. By nature, we are pleasure seeking. But where to look for that pleasure, we don't have any idea. That's where the scriptures and the Vaishnavas and the sadhus and the spiritual masters, they come into our life and they enlighten us. The conclusion of chanting the holy name, it's not only in this Kali Yuga, especially in this Kali Yuga, it is recommended. It says Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam. Again, Eva is there. Eva means only. Kalau nasteva, eva nasteva, eva nasteva, eva gatiranyatha. Ki holy name of Lord Hari, the holy name of Lord Hari, holy name of Lord Hari, only the way. When we go on the Harinam, we find so many Christian people says, Jesus is the only way. But Shastra says, Harinam is the only way. Only way. Jesus is also good because he is a pure devotee of the Lord. He is a son. If you chant the name of a pure devotee or you chant the holy name, there is no difference. It gives you the same result also. It's been also said. Because one time I asked my Guru Maharaj, I said, Maharaj, if we don't have any attraction towards the Supreme Lord, and if the person is attracted to the spiritual master, if at the time of leaving his or her body, if he thinks about his or her spiritual master, does he attain the same destination? Maharaj says yes. And later on, I also found in Vedic scriptures. Because where does a pure devotee lives? In the spiritual world. So if you're thinking about either pure devotee or you're thinking about the Lord, by the time of your death, where is your destination? Spiritual world. Definitely. So that is the power. But while simultaneously chanting the holy name of the Lord or his pure devotee, just like other religion says, but if you are offending other people, then we need to check out. Because while chanting these mantras, there are some do's and there are some don'ts. If you check out in any of the yugas, whether it's a Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga or a Kali Yuga, in all the yugas, there are different processes are there, yes? Who will tell me what they are? In Satya Yuga? Meditation. And Treta? Deity worship. And Dwapar? Treta is yagya, sacrifices, makha. And Dwapar? Deity worship. And Kali Yuga is holy name. But don't forget, holy name is in all the yugas. When it has been said the process is recommended, that does not mean the meditation is the only process, so there is no holy name. No, holy name is also there. Where is the example in Śrimad Bhāgavatam? Who will tell me? Yeah. In Treta Yuga, in Satya Yuga, Dhruva Maharaj, when he was given a process to attain the Lord, what was that? Ashtanga Yoga by Narada Muni. But Narada Muni also gave him the mantra to chant. And what we chant? Always beginning of our Śrimad Bhāgavatam, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this is the holy name has been chanted. Because if the bhakti element is not there in any of the process, whether it's a Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, then that result will not give you the proper result, or it is unsuccessful, it will be unsuccessful. So bhakti element has to be there. So the holy name was not only because the more stress is given in this Kali Yuga, because because due to the citizen of North America, due to the citizen of Kali Yuga, we have got so many qualification. And what is that qualification? Prayena alpa ayusha kalau yasmin yuge jana manda samanda mateo manda bhagyo he upadrita. So what is the qualification we got? Prayena alpa ayusha. Alpa means very small age. The duration of our life is very, very small. Manda samand, no intelligence. No intelligence to grab the spiritual knowledge. Very short memory, and always quarreling among others, and always disturbed. This is the software is being downloaded in the Kali Yuga. That's how we are functioning. We can see ourselves, we can see people around us. So it's more stress is there on the holy name. But in previous yugas, people were inclined. Hiranyakashipu, he was a demon by nature. How many terror he gave to the world? How much terror he gave? A lot. But still, he knew the self-realization. He attended the course, journey of self-discovery. He knew that. And he was giving the jnana. When his brother passed away, Hiranyaksha, he was giving the Atma Jnana to whom? To his sister-in-law, to his mother, and to his niece and nephews. It seems like he perfectly know every in and out. He knew that, but still by nature as a demon, he was doing his demonic duty. If you call somebody in this today's time that you are a demon, your activities are demon. No, I'm such a saintly person. But their activities and their word does not match at all. So especially for recommended in this Kali Yuga, the holy name is everything. We just sang this beautiful bhajan by Nilakanta Goswami that's sweeter than the sweetest. There is nothing is sweeter than this holy name. But if all the acharyas are saying, then why we are not feeling the sweetness when we are chanting? Some are chanting for 1 year, some are chanting for 15, 20, 50 years, 40 years, or whatever the time period. We say scripture never lies. In Nectar of Instruction, text number 7, Rupa Goswami mentions that this holy name is so sweet. It's sweet like a candy, sugar candy. Have you read Nectar of Instruction, text number 7? But why a person is not going to enjoy that sweet candy? What is wrong with him? By nature, he is eating, or there is a candy there, sugar candy. By nature, it is sweet. But when he tastes, why is he not feeling the taste of that sweetness? What's wrong? It's not of a good brand or a good quality of that candy. What's wrong with the candy? But others are feeling its sweetness. Why this person is not feeling? What's wrong with the candy? Candy is fine. What is wrong? It's wrong with the person, because that person is attacked by jaundice. He is in diseased condition. And if you are in a diseased condition, no matter how much sweet sugar you put or sweetness you give to the person, he will never ever taste. He will always feel it's bitter, it's bitter, it's bitter, it's bitter. That's what we do. If the acharyas, if the lords, if all the worldly people are saying the holy name is so sweet, then why we are not feeling? Because we are in the diseased condition, very, very heavy disease condition. And that condition, it's not jaundice, that condition is ignorance. Ignorance is compared to jaundice. If you are in ignorant, you cannot feel it. So what is the solution? The Rupa Goswami says the solution is the only solution. Keep eating the sugar candy. I don't know if you have ever seen any person who is attacked by jaundice. Doctor asked them to eat so many lollies, sweet. So they ask him, you keep eating, keep eating, keep eating. So that is the only cure. Then his disease will be cured and he start feeling the taste. So if you can't have the taste of the sweetness of the holy name, keep chanting, keep chanting, keep chanting, because that chanting is purifying the dirt of your heart, the dirt of your consciousness, the dirt of your mind, and it's purifying you immediately. Immediately it's purifying you. In our Hare Krishna movement, if you see, when Srila Prabhupada came to New York to preach, he started this movement, from Tompkins Square Park. He was thinking, by seeing the condition of the people, how they are drunk and they are not in their proper position, they are not following anything, living like an animalistic life. Prabhupada started chanting Hare Krishna for hours and hours, days and days, months and months. And those people who were gathering or hanging around in a Tompkins Square Park, they started coming because they were all hippies. And hippies are really into music things, They get the intoxication and they just want to be, spin around their head with some music, some techno music or something has to be there. When Prabhupada, he just got his tambura, his little drum, and he started playing Hare Krishna. I've seen that little drum, it's in New Vrindavan Museum. If you ever get a chance, if you go to Prabhupada Gold of Palace there is a cupboard there in a glass, that Prabhupada's tambura, that little drum is there, and it's been said that Prabhupada played this drum at Tompkins Square Park when first time he came there. And I was so fortunate to see that. But it was locked. I thought maybe I can touch and take some blessings because Prabhupada touched that drum. But anyway, so Prabhupada, when he was chanting so much that people start getting purified by hearing the words of his, for such a pure devotee. And Prabhupada start calling them, come to 22nd Avenue, we will hear some philosophy. And whenever he starts, because our lecture starts with Kirtan, then followed by discourse, and then followed by prasadam. So whenever Prabhupada does Kirtan, everywhere fully crowded. That 22nd Avenue fully crowded. And suddenly when he starts lecture, after some time, slowly people start leaving. Slowly start leaving. Then Prabhupada thinks these people are so dumb, they are not ready to hear. They are not ready to hear the philosophy. So again he starts the Kirtan. And when he starts the Kirtan, people, those who are leaving, they come back in. So by doing this for many months, many people came, Swamiji, whatever you are chanting, whatever you are singing, it giving us some kind of a very spiritual realization, something, and we don't know, we are not able to explain it in our words. Do you mind explaining us what this Hare Krishna mantra does? Then Prabhupada says, now you people are ready to hear the philosophy. And we can see in our life also. And when we chant, and when we were introduced to Hare Krishna movement, nobody asked us, and we were not a great, philosopher or a very understandable, intelligent person. At least I can see myself dumb, fully dumb. But I just like the music. I said, okay, let me chant Hare Krishna. When I started chanting Hare Krishna, and slowly process starting, and I started liking reading books also. And we can see in our life also, because I'm pretty much sure not any one of us, especially myself, I have never ever finished any of my academic book in my life. Never finished. The day I buy my book and day I finish the year of that particular class, my book is always remain a brand new. And I do the resale, pre-owned resale, and I get a good amount. Because I was never really into reading or hearing anything. What to speak about understanding the spiritual subject matter. Until unless you have a very good purified consciousness. And that's only happened. But a part of saying this, that holy name is everything we need to do, but that does not mean we have to neglect our services. Because many people we have seen when we meet so many travelers comes, like many other people from other part of the world. So they say, we're just gonna chant Hare Krishna, nothing else. Okay, no problem, keep chanting. What about your reading? What about your listening? What about your seva? The more you chant, the more you engage yourself in the service. The more you chant, the more you try to hear or go more deeper. Because as you grab the philosophy, as you grab the knowledge, that knowledge makes you to chant more, offenselessly. Because when we came in the beginning, we were not doing any offense to anybody, either verbally, either mentally, or either physically, or either emotionally, anyway. And we were feeling the taste. I'm pretty much sure everybody has tasted this. In the beginning, we were all feeling the taste of the holy name. Oh my God, this is such a beautiful thing. But later on, as we started joining, coming to the ashram and meeting other people, we start diverting ourselves into the other. We start seeing the faults in others. And that makes us harder to chant our holy name. And then later on, we need the help of the devotees, we need the help of the scriptures and the knowledge that why am I not having the taste when I used to have when I started my journey as a spiritual practitioner? Why it is not happening now? Because on a daily basis, more or less knowingly or unknowingly, we start doing some committing offenses. That's why it is very, very recommended to chant our japa, especially in the morning, with the full attention. Be serious, because that is the only strength what we are gaining in our spiritual life. Because if your japa is not good, your service won't be good, your attitude won't be good, your reading and your preaching won't be good. Because that is in our, especially Jadavata Maharaj, out of his causeless mercy, he stayed here. He gave his association like anything, and he's been known as a very good chanter. Sits at one place, not playing with the phone, not doing any activity, only just focus, only just for Harinam, only for holy name, because that is the quality time, that is your meeting time to your Supreme Lord. The more we'll chant, the more ignorance or the more offenses coming out of our mouth, it will go away. It says in Chaitanya Charitamrita that when we chant, Krishna dances on our tongue. How many of you have heard this statement? Yeah? What does it mean, Krishna dances? Have you seen somebody, you go to the bathroom and see your tongue in the mirror and see whether Krishna is dancing or not? What does it mean? Krishna is dancing. Yeah. Yeah. I would like to give you an example to understand this. We have all seen the picture of Krishna or the movie on YouTube, any animated movie Krishna, when Krishna was dancing on a Kaliya. Yeah? When he was dancing, so what happened to Kaliya? At the end. And what else came out? All the poison came out from his body, and he was completely pure by the touch of the Lord Krishna's feet. So when it says there is no difference between holy name and Lord Krishna, so when we chant, Krishna is dancing. So whatever this tongue has poison, criticizing others, blaspheming others, okay, and saying so many prajalpa nonsense things, then Krishna is dancing on your tongue and he's spitting the poison out. So the more you will chant, the more poison is there in your heart, it will come out. So let him chant, let him dance more. So if you want Krishna to dance more on your tongue, so let's chant very attentively and sincerely. As much as let the things come out, but under the direction of a spiritual master. Only just chanting, not doing any other things, it's not really nice, because we are not yet qualified yet to chant properly like Haridas Thakur. Prabhupada says, don't imitate Haridas Thakur. They are the special soul, they are the empowered souls. They have come here. But you people cannot chant, so make sure you organize yourself in such a way so you can have everything. Shravanam, Kirtan, Vishnu Smaranam, Pad Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam, Sakhyam Atmanivedanam. Iti Pumsa Arpito Vishnu, Bhakti Chenava Lakshana. All these 9 processes has to be offered to whom? Arpito. Arpit means to offer to Vishnu. How? With love and devotion. So when there will be a time in our life when we are unable to do any other things, so holy name will be the only service we can do to the Lord. But when we are young, so we must try to do preaching, engage in the services as much as we can to purify ourselves, because there are so many senses. So one of the senses tongue, but there are many other senses are also there. Eyes, ears, touch, tongue, belly, genital. It has to be service into the Lord's. Engage those senses, and then it will help you to chant of the holy name here. Yeah. So in the pastime of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, in chapter 7, Adi Leela, the title says the 5 Lord Chaitanya in 5 features. This is a very beautiful pastime. I'm pretty much sure some of you have heard or read that when Mahaprabhu is going to meet Prakashananda Saraswati Thakur, he was the leader of Mayavadi. When he met there, then Mahaprabhu showed his opulence a little bit. He showed the glowing effulgence around him, and all the Mayavadi got stunned. And their leader, Prakashananda Saraswati, he was the Mayavadi leader, but later on he became Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's follower, became a Vaishnava. But prior to that, he was the leader of all the Mayavadis. Then he saw why Mahaprabhu is sitting near the shoe stand, because everybody takes off their shoes. Why this sannyasi, he's so young and he's so attractive and he's so effulgent and he exactly looks like Narayan. Why is he sitting at the shoe stand? Then he gets up, he says, "Oh sannyasi, please come, sit with us. Why are you sitting at the shoe stand? And I have heard about you." Then he started giving him the knowledge of sannyasa. What are the levels, or how many types of sannyasis are there? Kutichaka, Bahudaka, Paramahamsa, and so and so. Then he was talking about the brahmacharis, how many types of brahmacharis are there. And then he says, "I really don't understand. You are a sannyasi. Sannyasi's dharma is to meditate and to read Vedanta. But I only see you are doing some kind of a circus. You are dancing, you are chanting, you are crying, you are rolling on the floor. Do you think it is really acceptable being as a sannyasi? Do you think you should do it? All these things? Come, I will teach you Vedanta. I will teach you the scriptures." So Mahaprabhu, what he says? Ki my spiritual master, he has said, I am Murkha. I am number one Murkha, not just Murkha, I am number one Murkha. I cannot understand Vedanta. My only service is to chant the holy name. He says, when I started doing this, I went to see my spiritual master. I said to him, कि ओ गोसाई, कीबे मंत्रा दिले गोसाई, कीबे तारा बला, जपते जपते मंत्रा करिल पागला. कि what type of mantra you gave me to chant, oh my dear spiritual master? What are its strength? It's so powerful. The more I chant, the more I become mad. I don't know where am I standing, whether it's a day or night, whether I am in Navdeep or is Odisha, whether I'm here, or am I wearing anything, or am I eating anything or not, am I sleeping or not? I really don't remember anything. I'm acting like a madman. So do you think it is good to keep chanting? Then his spiritual master says, exactly, you got the result of chanting Hare Krishna, to be mad. To be mad about Krishna, not to mad about this material world. Because Prabhupada says, in this material world, everyone is mad. Okay? Those who are not into bhakti or into spirituality or Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada writes in Canto 1 of Śrimad Bhāgavatam, he says they are like ghostly people. They are just wandering. Have you seen the ghost? When a person is attacked by a ghostly spirit, a ghost, what he says doesn't know. What he does doesn't know. He's just doing it something. So that's what the people, that's how the saintly people, spiritual practitioners see the other materialistic people. They are just walking here and there, doing something, they don't know what they are doing. What is the benefit of doing all these things? So Mahaprabhu is saying, I really don't know what I am doing. Then his spiritual master says, perfect. Ehi mantra sara. This mantra is the sara of all the Vedic knowledge. This mantra is the sara of all the services. If you have, because in the next verse onward, we will see that Prabhupada says, or the scripture says, those who have done all the Ashwamedha Yagya, all the studies, or the samskaras, perfected all this, then this person comes on the level to chant the holy name of Lord Hari. It will come next verse, and furthermore it will come. So one time somebody asked, some of Srila Prabhupada disciples asked, Prabhupada, so that is means that we all have done everything. We have, given so many donations, we did so many, Vedic scripture studies, we did this and that, this and that, this and that. Prabhupada says, you did nothing of this. I made you qualified to chant. So the pure devotee is so powerful that without any qualification, they bring us up to the level of that where the position of this Brahmana, of this material world, is insignificant. Prabhupada says, Brahmanas of this so-called material world, they are nothing in front of Vaishnava. They have to go through so many reformatory processes. There are 10 kind of reformatory processes. Yes, it is a good chance if somebody takes in the Brahmana, but in Kali Yuga, nobody is a Brahmana, because nobody goes through with the first process, and the first process is Garbhadhana Samskara. When a parents, husband and a wife, and they are planning to have a child, so they go for a very Vedic sacrifice where they invite a very good soul into the womb. So that's where the starts. And if they have not done, what to speak about saying another thing? And Prabhupada says no one does nowadays because nobody knows it. Nobody knows it. If he gets a chance to take a birth in a Brahmana family, it is a very good. But still, he has to go through with the initiation process. But according to today's verse, if one person chants the holy name, he is already eligible to do many sacrifices, Vedic sacrifices. That is the power of a Vaishnava. If you are a Vaishnava, already you are a Brahmana. But if you are a Brahmana, then if you are not a Vaishnava, you are just a Brahmana. Because Brahmana, Brahma iti janate Brahmana. Brahman iti janate Brahmana. He knows what is Brahman. And who is Brahman? Who is Brahman? Brahmana is the one who knows the Brahman. Who is the Brahman? Supreme Lord, Lord Krishna is the Brahman. If he knows, then he is a good Brahmana. But if he does something else, other demigod worship, then he's just a pretender, he's a cheater. And of course, there are many checklists are also there according to Vedic scriptures. Who is Brahmana? Sapadama, Tapasocham, Jnana Vijnana. It's all things, he just knows everything. But apart of saying all these things, so we need to be very mindful when we sit to chant our japa, especially in the Brahma Muhurta time. So make sure we are not doing anything. We must give our 100% to chant every single mantra. Burjan Prabhu, Sachinandar Maharaj, Mahatma Prabhu, Jayadrata Maharaj, there are many other great souls are there. They are so serious and they do conduct many seminars how to chant properly. Start with, Burjan Prabhu always says, start with the one mantra, and with the one mantra, start with the one word, and the word is Hare. He said, don't worry about anything else, just to chant your 16 rounds attentively. Just start with first Hare. If you hear Hare, then try to hear Krishna also. And try to hear another Hare, then another Krishna, then another Krishna, then another Krishna, another Hare, then another Hare. another Hare, another Rama, another Hare, another Rama, another Rama, another Rama, other Hare, other Hare. So start with first word, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Already, I'll stop here. We have 5 minutes. If anybody has any questions, any comments or any reflections, so I'll try myself to answer you. They can speak like that. I will say in the mic. If you don't have a mic, or we do have. Okay. Another biryani. She has a question.
Thank you for the nice class. I always appreciate so much, when devotees bring up these like very practical things in a class, like the japa and our qualifications, how we actually have to realize where we are, and just be sincere and not like demand anything, but pray for mercy, like that. It's very sobering, very on point. Thank you so much. I was thinking about the question. So, we always think, like every single person thinks that they are right. Like whatever I'm doing, this is the best thing, right? And everyone else is thinking the same way, which is pretty fascinating to me, like that. But then, how can we be open for corrections? How can we be how can we change our mentality that sometimes maybe I'm not right, maybe I'm a little bit wrong. So how can we open up for this type of situations?
So Mataji, we need to think in such a way, if we are in a certain position to whom we are correcting, if we are authorized to correct somebody, so we must be ready to accept the rejection also. Because in such a position, we only think whatever I'm saying, that is the only truth, and you all have to do it. And that's not only in the human lifetime, it's in animal life also. Anyone, whoever is in this material world, everybody thinks they are the center of attraction and they are only right. So our judgment or our decision must be aligned with the very scriptures. And we should, if we have been given to manage something as a managerial role or anything, so that is our service. Okay, we should do in the mood of as a servant. Okay, many people have this complaint that you should cooperate. Prabhupada says cooperate. So being as an authority, they think everybody should cooperate with me. But it's not one way around, it's other way. You have to learn as a manager to cooperate with others also. So it's a two-way street, it's not like one-way street. Because we have been given this service to facilitate others. The more you are on the highest position, the more you act as a servant. Not just act on your lips, you act in your action. Okay, because by engaging yourself and by engaging others, facilitate your members, your staff, your team member, so they can grow. So you become their servant. Don't think they have to serve me. So that was Srila Prabhupada's mood he set up in his example. Many times he has said in the open public, many people says, oh, so that means you are a great Brahmana, first class, second class. No, he says, I'm a fifth class person, I'm here to serve you. So that was his service. So when we are on any position, we must hear them properly what they want to say and make our judgment on that basis. Or if nothing works, then take the guidance from the senior authority, what they want. If our senior authority has asked us something to do, which they are on the level of like Srila Prabhupada disciples or on the level of our spiritual master, so we must respect their decision. Not just, write over our decision. Because the more you are on a servant mood, the more you will be happy. The more you are on the bossy mood, the more you will be frustrated like anything. Even though if you are the president of any other temple or president of this country also, the more you are in the servant mood, the more you will be happy. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just thinking, because sometimes consciousness can be so perverted.
Yeah.
You know, if I think I'm right, basically what it means that, oh, I am a servant.
Yeah.
Even though others don't see you
Yeah.
in such a situation,
Yeah.
right? But you think, oh, no, I think, no, I am a servant. This is how I serve.
Yeah.
So what do we do in this situation? Because, like I said, everyone thinks they're right.
Yeah. No, it requires a training. It requires a training. And it requires a little bit of maturity in our movement by learning from our spiritual master, by learning who are mature devotees, not immature devotees. That's why it is very important for us to, if we want to bring our consciousness up, we must associate with the advanced devotees. If anybody comes to our temple who are quite senior in our practice, whether they are Matajis or Prabhus or Swamis, we must go and associate and ask them question ki Maharaj, there's so many, because we are facing problems on our level, they are also facing problem on their levels. But apart from facing those problems, they are not vomiting in anyone's ear. You know what, this GBC does to me, the Swami does to me, he came after me, how can you know? They're always in the mood to serve. How can I serve you? How can I serve you? And when you come into that position, the more your heart, it's called lauded over material nature. Prabhupada writes this term you are saying, I am right, that means lauded over material nature. And it's very difficult to laud it over because everybody is volunteer here. No one gets paid. If you are getting volunteer, I don't give a damn, whoever you are boss, go away. No. We are here to voluntarily surrender because we want to get out of this material world. If we are not following or we are not surrendering here, then where is the question we will be surrendering in spiritual world? Because spiritual world is all about services. There is no preaching. Preaching is only here in the material world. There is only service because we will be servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So many down servant we are there because above us so many souls are already gone back to spiritual world. So these are the embassies where we are getting trained. And plus the more you are in the servant position, the more you will feel yourself you are advancing. Because you don't have to take a trouble to manage this and that, Whatever seva is there, be happy and do it perfectly. And just be calm down.
Yeah, thank you for the nice comment. I was just thinking about my Guru Maharaj, His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu.
Yeah.
And once he was telling us how he became a guru and things like that. And one thing he mentioned, he said, I'm paraphrasing of course, right? But he was saying something like, I'm just like a street guy. I just want to distribute books, that's all.
Such a humble.
And then he said, I was successfully avoiding for a long time to be a manager of anything. Yeah. But then they got him.
No, see, it's very good. First time I saw Vaisheshika Prabhu in 2022 in Govardhan Palace there. And I never seen him in live, just like front of my eyes. And I paid him obeisance and he was just walking ahead. He didn't see me. He saw somebody got down. And he looked back and he paid me obeisance, fully dandavat. I said, Maharaj, Prabhu, you are so senior, please don't do this. He says, why? It is also my duty to, pay you obeisance. I said, no. But I thought maybe I'm in a saffron and he must be doing that thing. But I saw he was doing to everybody, whoever, whether it's a Mataji, Prabhuji, or even a child. Even a child comes and pays obeisance. I saw him doing it, obeisance paying back. I said, that's what we need to learn. We should not think of ourselves, I'm so many years, I just said like this. No, Prabhu might have some problem, but I don't know. But he never showed. He paid it back. Such a Vaishnava quality.
They actually, when they do yatra in Vrindavan, at least this year, they had this after class, they had the exercise where you have to go out, find a dog. Pay obeisances to a dog.
To a dog. Wow.
Like it goes even to that extent.
Dhamasi. Yeah, see, such a nice thing. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Anything else? Okay, Prabhu has some question. Giraj.
Thank you very much, Param Brahma Prabhuji. First of all, you have chosen nice song, Madhuram Madhure Byopi, which connects to this verse. I like it. And you have so sequentially connected verses, Prabhuji. I made notes of it. And ultimately, in the chapter from Chaitanya Charitamrita, that one, 5th chapter, Adilila 7th chapter, I think, yeah. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in 5 features. That's true, Prabhu. Just want to add, I don't have any.
Chapter 7.
Adilila 7th chapter.
Yeah, Adi Leela chapter 7, Lord
Yeah.
Chaitanya and 5 features.
Yeah. And the 80 and 81 verse. Kiba mantra dila gosani kiba tarabala japite japite mantra karila pagala. So basically, so that's true, Prabhu. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra gives everything, but we won't, personally, I won't take that much on and off situation. So thank you so much. This helps me to develop and improve myself with your class, these teachings. Thank you so much.
Service to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Haribo.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Jai. Granthra Śrimad Bhāgavatam ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanande.